Once the architect of global cooperation, the United States is now pulling back. The international system it helped build is fraying, multilateral engagement is shrinking, and hardline nationalism is overtaking global commitments. This as the U.S. administration led by President Donald Trump announces exit anti-American, wasteful 66 international organizations. Among the organizations affected are the India-led International Solar Alliance and the Colombo Peace Plan. The Trump administration has categorized it as catering to diversity and woke initiatives. The White House and State Department confirmed that President Donald Trump signed an executive order. This officially suspended U.S. participation and funding for dozens of international bodies. The decision follows a comprehensive review ordered by Trump into all international organizations and UN-affiliated agencies receiving U.S. support. According to the administration, many of these institutions were found to be redundant, mismanaged, poorly run, or captured by special interests working against U.S. sovereignty and prosperity. Most of the organizations targeted are linked to the United Nations, including agencies focused on climate change, labor, population, and social development. The administration says it no longer aligns with U.S. national interests. The State Department said these institutions fail to deliver value to American taxpayers and often work at odds with Washington's priorities. This move comes amid a broader U.S. retreat from multilateral diplomacy. It follows aggressive foreign policy actions that have unsettled allies and adversaries alike, including the capture of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro and renewed rhetoric about asserting control over strategic regions such as Greenland. The Trump administration has already suspended support for major UN agencies in recent months. These include the World Health Organization, the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, the UN Human Rights Council, and UNESCO. Officials say the U.S. will now take an a la carte approach by funding only those international initiatives that directly serve American interests. Analysts say this represents a sharp break from decades of bipartisan U.S. engagement with the UN. Senior UN analyst at the International Crisis Group described the approach as my way or the highway multilateralism. The shift has already forced the UN to respond with staffing reductions and program cuts as funding gaps widen. The impact is also being felt far beyond the UN. Several independent non-governmental organizations have reported project closures following last year's decision by the Trump administration to slash foreign aid through the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID. Despite the withdrawals, U.S. officials insist they are not abandoning global leadership altogether. Instead, they say Washington will concentrate resources on international bodies where it sees strategic competition with China. These include the International Telecommunications Union, the International Maritime Organization, and the International Labor Organization. One of the most consequential exits is from the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC. The treaty underpins global climate negotiations and supports developing nations in tackling climate change. It also serves as the foundation for the Paris Climate Agreement, which Trump previously withdrew from, calling climate change a hoax. Climate scientists warn the U.S. withdrawal could undermine global efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Stanford University climate scientist Rob Jackson said the move could give other nations an excuse to delay their own commitments. Experts stress that meaningful climate action is difficult without cooperation from the United States, which is one of the world's largest economies and carbon emitters. The US is also withdrawing from the UN Population Fund, which provides reproductive and maternal health services worldwide. The agency has long been opposed by Republicans who accuse it of supporting coercive abortion practices. Other organizations the U.S. will exit include the Carbon-Free Energy Compact, United Nations University, International Cotton Advisory Committee, International Tropical Timber Organization, International Federation of Arts Councils, and multiple regional and trade-focused bodies. The State Department says further reviews are ongoing, signaling that additional withdrawals could follow. As Washington redraws its relationship with global institutions, the message is clear. Under President Trump, America's engagement with the world will be selective, transactional, and firmly on its own terms. And the ripple effects of that decision are only beginning to be felt.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That is often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out playwright.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.